My name is Bettina Dolinsek, and I am a consultant for accessibility here at the Historical Society. From my own perspective, doing history is always changing. So I think back in the day we would talk about it being just books and reading things and memorizing dates. But now we can touch things. We can still read, but we can touch things. For me, when I get to touch an artifact or a replica of an artifact, that brings history alive. If I can listen to different recordings, that also does the same thing. So from my perspective, it's always what's new, what's up and coming, how can I experience history differently? How is it going to affect future? How does it affect present? And what are we learning from our past? The rights of persons with disabilities have changed over time. Think back to very early days when people with disabilities couldn't even vote. You were maybe living in an asylum. You couldn't even have your own control over your own life. And now, as time has progressed and as people have stood up for their rights and made changes, not only can people with disabilities live on their own, but they can occupy spaces like the Historical Society. We can vote, we can hold down careers. So we can definitely see change has come. And we also know that for the future, we have a lot more to go, but we definitely can see it if you look at that timeline, the change from then till now, and it's significant. The factors that changed or contributed to change for what we see now is people saying, I've had enough. I don't want to have somebody else making decisions for me, and I will fight for whatever it takes to have equal opportunities and equal rights as everyone else. Things do stay stagnant sometimes where we don't see a lot of change. But again, like I mentioned before, if we go back and look at our historical timeline, you can see the change. And I think we have to keep that in mind as we move forward, that things don't move fast, and that's a good thing. So let's keep in mind that time is slow, but you can definitely see the change. And especially for those who were fighting for civil rights of those with disabilities, and also the ADA Act of 1990, all contribute, and we're going to keep fighting and moving forward. Before, if I was in the exhibit, somebody'd have to stand there and tell me what it is. You know, this is a picture of, or this is behind the glass, and this is what the artifact is. But since we have opportunities now to, like I said before, either touch the artifact or have a replica of it, it really helps me understand what things were like back then, and it really makes me want to learn more. I really like Civics in Action. They are the way that they would do, and you're gonna have to help me with this, but it's like a metal cutout, and they would use it and they would make like cartoons from it, and so you could paint over it or scribble in it or whatever, but then when you turn over the paper, then there's the cartoon. But I like that because you can actually feel what somebody else can see. Our past informs our future, because sometimes I think we believe we're in the worst time ever or the best time ever. I think we have that misperception, but if you go back and you look through history, one thing you'll learn is we've been here before. And so you know that we're going to make it through. Obviously, for a lot of us, this is our first time experiencing certain things. So for us, it is sometimes that feeling of, oh my. But I think if we go and study history, we definitely know we've been here before, times have been worse, and we'll get through. I would love to tell people, especially, you know, high school students, if history interests you at all, try to find a way to experience it outside of just that book format, you know, reading a chapter of this and, you know, filling out your questionnaire and then moving on. It doesn't really make an imprint on you. So come and find museums and find people who can talk about it, even from their perspective. I think that helps us to continue to learn.